Oh, okay. I think I see what happened. I think I accidentally turned the microphone off. Oops. That's not good at all. That's not good at all. Now I think it's working. Okay. There we go. There we go. Things are working now. Hello, how are we today? Sorry about that. Hey, Malathi. I did not realize that my sound wouldn't be working. That's totally fine because I'll go here and then here. Danu or Danya? That's a nice name. I think it's a cool name. Um, but yeah, I did not realize my sound wasn't working. I didn't realize I didn't have I didn't realize that. I'm so sorry, guys. Thank you all for letting me know because wow, that was bad. That was just really, really bad that that happened, and I did not mean for that to happen. America? Do you hear the people sing, singing the song of angry men? It is the music of a people who will not be slaves again. When the beating of your heart echoes the beating of the drums, there is a life about to start when tomorrow comes. Will you join in our crusade? Who will be strong and stand with me? What? How is it not made? You can go there. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 boom 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 boom. But yeah, now the Mariners are number 3 in the prospect ranking, so that's really exciting. Now, what I want to see is who's the last place in their prospect rankings after the midseason draft slash trade deadline update. It's the Padres. They have Ethan Salas, number 86, as a catcher, as their number 86 prospect, as their only top 100 guy. The Padres were very aggressive at the trade deadline. They moved out shortstop Leo DeVries. They're trying to win the World Series this year, which I think is a pretty exciting thing for them. I don't know if they'll win the World Series. If they can, if they do, that would be great for them. Obviously, I would love to face the Padres in the World Series as a Mariners fan. Just do, the Vader Cup. um, I think it would be super exciting to do and see what would happen if Mariners Padres World Series. Simply because there's so many different things you can do with a Mariners Padres World Series that would be fun. Hello. Yep, it came back, I think. 23-0. What the hell? Ah! There we go, it's back. Sometimes I hate the way things work. Indiana. Indiana's a cool place. I've never been, but I've always thought of it as a pretty cool place. I can put the queen there for a check. Actually, no, I have been to Indiana. I drove through on my way to Wisconsin back in 2019. I drove through. I was there for maybe 5 6 hours, just driving through. Stopped at a couple of rest stops there, which was pretty interesting to see how that actually worked, because some of those rest stops are very, very interesting. No, I didn't go stop in any city. It was just on I-90. I just drove straight through, and I stopped at a couple of the rest stops because I was just like, all right, I'm here. I might as well just, stop. um, I've been to Chicago for a couple of hours. I went to the Twin Peaks out there. That was fun. Spent about a month in Wisconsin. I've been to the Mall of American. Yeah, I definitely plan on coming back to Indiana at some point. I'd love to travel. I really enjoy travel. It's one of those things that I love doing but don't get to do enough of, which is unfortunate. There's a convention up in Niagara Falls, New York later this year that I'm going to, that I'm not running it, I'm just going to it, but I plan on running 3 or 4 panels there. A big one is about Death Note and fun stuff you could do with it, other than killing people. Like, if you know somebody's got a terminal illness, because the Death Note says that it has to be before the end of their natural life. So what you could do is you could be like, oh, this guy's got cancer. Okay, I'm going to make it so they have the best life ever. And then you go from there. Yeah. There's more viewers when I have sound. I should have realized that. I didn't even realize I turned the mic off. And then there's another convention at the school I go to in November as well. I'm from New York. At the school I go to, we run a convention every semester other than summer. Although, we're thinking about running one in the summer next year. We're going to run 3 conventions. The one's free. The one in the summer, in the fall semester is free. The one in the summer or in the spring semester costs like $35 to go to, which is nice. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I like laughing. It's a fun thing to do. What time is it? It's 12:56, so I got an hour until the interview. Obviously, I gotta hop off before the interview starts because, you don't just go on the interview before it starts. You don't just pop into the interview. It's a Zoom interview, so I don't have to move anywhere from here. Might turn the lights on to make it look a little bit nicer on my PC camera. Actually, let me check it what my PC camera looks like right now. Yeah, it looks like shit. It looks like absolute shit. Might have rain today. Downtown family of parishes. Trump to host Kennedy Center honors. Yeah, man, you gotta go to bed. Have a good night. Thank you. Prisoner escapes SeaTac Airport in Washington, police say. What? Huh? That's not normal. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee, true patriot love. Oh. That gets interesting. That gets very, very interesting indeed. Why is LeBron James on my TV screen with a jack-o'-lantern? That that doesn't mean that's really weird. I'm sitting here just kind of prepping for my interview that I got for a restaurant manager job. It would be a pretty sweet gig because it's right by my house. And when I say right by my house, I mean I could get up, take a shower, dry my hair, eat breakfast, and show up 5 minutes before my shift if I woke up 25 minutes before my shift. Dr. Daniel Spencer, what's happening, child star? Dead at 60? Is that a capybara? Is that a capybara? I... Hello, Sanjana. Thought I just saw a capybara, which would have been pretty epic. I love capybara. I think they're one of the greatest animals of all time. Capybara, otter. I posted a short, it was yesterday. 2 days ago, of a cow drinking water, which was pretty cool. Cows are really cool. We had something called Moo-ternity Ward at the county fair, which is where cows that were expected to give birth were being held so that we could, like, kind of hang out with them and stuff. So what can I do here that helps anything? Boom, 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 boom. Jolly old St. Nicholas. I wanna be a mashed potato, like no mashed potato ever was. To catch them is my real mashed potato, to train them is my cause. I will travel across the mashed potato, searching for mashed potatoes. Each mashed potato to understand the mashed potato inside. That was weird. Hello. Kickback that weakens your king safety by a lot. No, I'm not going to do that. I don't know what I'm going to do here. Do you hear the people singing the song of angry men? It is the music of the people who will not be slaves again. When the beating of your heart echoes the beating of the drums, there is a life about to start. When tomorrow comes, will you join in our crusade? Who will? Well, that was a bad move. Mariners play the Orioles tonight. That's going to be a fun game. I think Cal hit it to Utah Street 2 years ago. Not many people get to hit the ball to Utah Street. Utah Street is the very famous warehouse, or very, very, very famous street with a warehouse on it, behind the Camden Yards Stadium, which I think is a pretty cool thing to have. Just like every stadium having something cool and different, I think is one of my favorite parts of baseball. Well, that was dumb. According to the judgment of the oratrice mécaniste d'Annelise Cardinal. We now turn to the judgment of the oratrice mécaniste d'Annelise Cardinal. According to the oratrice mécaniste d'Annelise Cardinal. according to the judgment of the oratrice, mechaniste, and Elise Cardinal. Do you hear the people? Peopling the people of angry people. Well, that's... what? Water. So good. So very good. I love drinking water. I like flavored water. Like a good Propel, good grape flavored Propel is one of the best things of all time. Hello, Gunner. Believe in the me that believes in you, said Casane Teto. Teto, teto, casane teto. Teto, casane teto. When you skip Brain Day 2025, what? Casane teto. Teto, casane teto. Teto, casane teto. Why is Coach Greg making a video on World's Strongest Man, Eddie Hall? Although I think deadlifting over a half ton is pretty cool. The human body is not designed to lift things like that. I don't know what Eddie Hall's cycle was, but you know he for sure was on a cycle. And, like, it probably was a pretty big cycle. We don't know what his cycle... I don't know what his cycle is, but I'd like to see what his cycle could have been. Calling out Greg Doucette's BS from Eddie Hall. Okay, so apparently Eddie and Greg don't like each other. What? You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna do that. Thanks for the free bishop. Teto, teco, casane, teto. Teto, casane, teto. The Astros are number 29 on the they have Bryce Matthews, a second baseman. Oh, Braves 28. Where are the Yanks? Oh God, the Rockies. Ethan Holiday and Charlie Condon. Ew. Oof, that's really bad for the Rockies. They're going to be bad for a while. The Yankees are 22nd. George Lombard, shortstop, second base, 25. Carlos LaGrange, right-handed pitcher, number 82. Cam Schittler, right-handed pitcher, number 91. And Spencer Jones, outfielder, number 92. I don't like the Yankees, but, like, how are they going to trade all these prospects away when they don't even have prospects? That's the one thing. You always want the Yankees to have good prospects so that you can trade for those prospects later. There's an online community that believes the internet died in 2016. Huh. I've just seen a thumbnail of Vince McMahon as an angel. Oh, apparently today's a YouTube boycott. Okay. Didn't know. What? Oh. Oh, this is from, where's it from? Cleveland.com. Gambling investigation into two Guardians pitchers could have federal investigation. So Luis Severino and Emmanuel Clase are currently on paid administrative leave per the Major League Baseball Commissioner's Office, as the Major League Baseball Commissioner's Office investigates them for gambling, potentially on the first pitch of an inning. You can do small bets on the first pitch of an inning being a ball, a ball or hits batsman, or a strike. So if you bet that it's a strike and it's a strike, you win the bet. If you bet that it's a ball, you win the bet. If you bet that it's a ball and it hits the batter, it's a win. And there were multiple instances of Emmanuel Clase and Luis Severino throwing non-competitive pitches outside the strike zone, which, yes, that is a thing that sometimes pitchers will do. Hello, Amy. Will do. Sometimes you will throw a pitch outside the strike zone by accident. Sometimes you'll throw a waste pitch. There's wild pitches when you lose control of yourself. Things happen. But if it's consistently and a very high percentage on the first pitch of an inning, it means that there's potentially some gambling going on when there is gambling reports about that and they see some weird gambling. Now this is from Paul Hoynes. He has found that the Ohio Casino Control Commission is involved in the investigation. The FBI in Cleveland and New York had no comment, and then he sent the email, and they got back. Yes, we started our independent of MLB, but developing or working closely with MLB. Now that, in my opinion and his opinion, significantly raises these stakes. Now, obviously, Major League Baseball Rule 21 says you cannot bet on Major League Baseball games. It's published in every clubhouse. And if you bet on games, it leads to a lifetime ban from Major League Baseball. Now, we learned recently with Pete Rose and Shoeless Joe Jackson and the others that lifetime truly means lifetime and not permanent. It means that you are excluded from induction into the Hall of Fame throughout the term of your life. You are excluded from participating in Major League Baseball as a player, participant, umpire, coach, or even as a fan. You are completely banned from baseball. If you are banned from baseball, your entire contract is void, meaning that whatever contract you had is not going to be honored. Last year, Emmanuel Clase signed on with a future earnings company where basically he got a certain amount of money for a percentage of his future earnings. And this year, his 2025 cash was $4.5 million. He had a 5-year, $20 million contract with a $2 million signing bonus, $20 million guaranteed, and an average annual salary of $4 million. So this contract actually included 2022, 2023, 2024, and 2025, and 2026, his age 28 season, where he'll make $6.4 million. There's a 2-year club option in 2027 and 2028, 2027 and 2027 each have a $10 million club option. The $2 million buyout for 2027 and 2028 has a $1 million buyout. He gets all sorts of bonuses. $500,000 for 200 appearances between 2022 and 2026. Trade assignment bonus of $1 million. All of those things, pretty good pretty good stuff for a closer. Now, the total adjusted payroll for the Guardians this year is $97 million, and their total cash is $116. Now, when we look down here, injured list, suspended, I'm not Severino, Luis Ortiz. Luis Ortiz is on a 2025 payroll salary of $782,000, and he's made $2.2 million in his career. He's entering into his final season of pre-ARB next year, and then in 2027 he'd be ARB 1. So, yes, I understand it, but don't throw away all that money, especially as a starter. So, yeah, I'm going to be back. I'm going to go and do more stuff to prep for my interview. Thanks for joining.